Welcome to Airtime. I'm Chloe Greenbank, editor of Regional Gateway, and this week I'm joined by Robert Garbett, founder of Drone Major Group and chairman of UK Drone Industry Initiative, Drone Delivery Group. Robert, good morning. Welcome.
Good morning.
Can you just tell us a little bit about Drone Major Group, please?
I can. I'll try not to make it too long. So Drone Major Group was founded in 2017, really with a view to connecting all stakeholders in the drone industry. And the important thing to recognise here is what I mean by the term drone. So I think many of your listeners will be thinking small spider-shaped flying object that's quite annoying and invading their privacy. And that is not at all what we are interested in. So the term drone actually means any unmanned system that's autonomous or remotely controlled, so it's driverless cars, anything on the ground, autonomous ships, submarines, aircraft, spacecraft, humanoid robotics, absolutely everything, and anything in between that can transcend environments. So basically what we do is three very key things, because we transformed in from a stakeholder connection company into a consultancy very early on because of demand. And essentially what we do is we advise on what the art of the possible is, number one. And that's not the Star Wars, fantasy stuff. What you can actually do now, what you are likely to be able to do in the medium term, and what is possible in the future. The second piece is, where do you get all the stuff that you need? Not just the drone, but also all the infrastructure, the software, the technology, the advice and guidance, the legal advice, those people, all the pieces you need to put a successful project in place. And the last piece is how to implement it effectively and safely. So we take a customer who has a requirement, whether it's a capability he needs, or he wants to make something safer or cheaper or whatever it is. We help him understand how autonomous and remotely controlled systems can help him in that respect. We then help him understand how put a plan together for him so he can implement it, and if necessary, help him bring all the suppliers in and actually deliver it against the original aim. And in a nutshell, that's essentially what we do.
You've obviously touched on safety as well, that safety and security around the airport. What sort of infrastructure is needed to ensure that drones can operate safely in and around airports? It's obviously been an issue in the past. We've heard of droning at bases like Gatwick. But so what?
Yeah. I don't think you can compare the two things. Obviously, the Gatwick issue was somebody flying flying a drone right next to a busy busy international airport without authorization. We are talking about flying with the airport's permission, integrated into the airport systems. Of course, you need security of all kinds, in terms of security of people accessing that facility, security of the actual vehicle itself and the communication systems, what we call C3, so command, control and communications, security en route, security at the other end where they're being dropped off, because some companies that specialize in logistics, their depot locations might be a farm, where there's just a storage facility for parcels, and the drivers come in and out collecting parcels to deliver them. So the security will very much depend upon the application, what it is you're doing. You might want, for example, if you're delivering pharmaceutical goods to a GP surgery, to the roof, you might want to make sure that the box that's receiving those goods, because it would probably be a box, not a landing on the roof thing, understands that the only to open when the aircraft that is authorized to deliver is approaching.
In terms of sort of counter-drone technologies, then where it is a problem, not from the setup that you're talking about, but from accidental drone use or misuse of drones around airports. In terms of the counter-drone technology, what do you envisage for that going forward, especially with passenger traffic expected to grow, in a post-pandemic landscape?
Indeed. Okay, so firstly, I hate the term counter-drone. I really do. I think that's an industry that's popped up in a gap that exists. And that gap is the inability for us to really look very carefully at what's happening at low-level airspace. If you look at the term unmanned traffic management system, a good unmanned traffic management system will be monitoring all the vehicles that are, sub 400 or 500 feet or whatever it is, that are active, and all those authorized ones are there. But you're also using radar to detect what else is there. Anything that's then not on your system, that's not authorized, will pop up. That is essentially what will come once unmanned traffic management systems are in place. We will have visibility of everything that's in the air. And so the need for dedicated, what you're calling counter-drone technologies, I think will diminish over time, unless you're in a location which has no unmanned traffic management system. It's a very high CNI, which is critical national infrastructure location. You might need some counter-drone technology there just to see what's coming. But you know, for me, it's all a bit frustrating is the focus on tiny little air drone, which weighs a small amount of money. Let's spend millions of pounds seeing if we can detect that. Yeah. What do you do when you detect it? Well, we don't know. So from us, when we're advising on this topic, we're looking at what your processes are and looking at how you engage with your stakeholders. So if you're an airport, the people who work at the airport, the people who are coming to visit your airport, the people who are flying, the pilots, all of that intelligence. At the moment, most airports don't have an ability to gather that information together. There's no app that says, I saw a drone, there's a photo, I'm here. You know, that's a far more powerful thing than spending £5 million for something sitting on your roof trying to detect a small drone 2 miles away. It just, for me, the approach is wrong.